It's Jeff Waite at stockideas.org, and today I just want to show you how to find some of the best growth stocks using the Google Finance Stock Screener. So just head over to google.com/finance and click on the stock screener here on the left-hand side of the page. And here you'll see it comes up. We're going to focus on America today. And we're going to, United States is what I meant. And we're going to go ahead and focus on the NASDAQ because that's where a lot of growth is happening. And I find that with Google Stock Screener, it's best to focus on one exchange at a time, or the results, there's just too many. So we have our basic default criteria here. Usually I would look for a PE ratio of 15, but since we're looking for growth stocks, I'll expand that to 20. Now, I'm going to modify this price change. If we're looking for growth stocks, we're probably not bottom fishing. We're looking for a strong growth story. So we're looking for a 52-week change above zero. So they're in positive territory. Now, to really get screening for growth, click on this Add Criteria button, and you can just go down to this Growth tab. And what you're going to be looking for, this is a little bit of your own personal preference. I like, 10-year revenue growth and 5-year EPS growth. So, we can hopefully find companies that are on positive, sustainable trends forward. I'm going to go ahead and just make these so that anything positive, excuse me, is coming up on our growth screen, anything with positive growth. And the cool thing about the company distribution is you can see intuitively, how stocks are distributed across these criteria. So you're able to move things up a little bit and know that, okay, there's still stocks that I'll get on my screen, which is a helpful feature. Now, another thing you might want to consider when you're looking at growth stocks is some of these operating metrics. Having a positive return on equity, I think, over a 5-year period is definitely something that you want to see. A positive return on equity, so above zero. So, again, these are companies that not only are they growing, but they're continuing to earn, let's say, at a 10, if you really want to find stocks that are starting to take off. Finally, I think margins may be something you want to consider, particularly operating margin. You want to know that your stock isn't losing money on its operations. That's in growth, in some growth scenarios, that's okay. But if we're looking for the best growth stocks, we want to find real opportunity where there's not a likelihood that we're going to lose money, or at least there's a lower likelihood. Now, lastly, or penultimately, sometimes it's good to just screen by price, just so that you're not going to be paying $1,200 a stock. Maybe you only want to be buying stocks under $15, so that you can accumulate large positions, or let's say even $10, just to narrow down the list. Of course, alternatively, you could do stocks, from $10 to $20. Maybe that's a bit more secure. They're bigger stocks. They're more traded. Sorry about this. There we are. And you can see that now we have a list of 19 stocks here, and all sorted by the criteria that we're interested in. One other final criteria I like to include is price to book. In the case of growth stocks, you may not want to screen by price to book because often they'll be inflated. It's just something to be aware of as like a relative valuation, and another criteria that can give you some depth into how much you're actually paying for the growth relative to the assets of the company. So here we have, a ton of growth stocks. We can, sort by return on equity. We can sort by operating margins, or even by things like PE ratio. But all of these will give us an idea of the growth story for these companies. So I hope this, starts to show you how you can use the Google Stock Screener to zero in on some of the best growth stocks using the growth metrics and some of the value metrics to make sure that you're not overpaying. Um, and again, remember, you can look at different exchanges. Today we're focused on the growth heavy NASDAQ. You can also look at the New York Stock Exchange and take a quick look here as well to find some growth opportunities. So I hope this has helped you understand how you can find growth and find it at a reasonable price. For more videos and analysis on how you can use the Google Stock Screener and FinViz, check out my YouTube channel as well as stockideas.org. Thanks very much for watching.